Hi, everybody. Welcome to another episode of iWoofs. I am here today with my dad, Dr. Ian Dunbar. How you doing today, Dad?
I'm doing very well now. I think I've woken up.
All right.
Yeah.
Fantastic. Well, today we're going to be talking about the ultimate exercise for dogs that are on leash, reactive towards other dogs. Would you say that's true?
I would say it is the ultimate dog walking exercise.
Ultimate dog walking exercise, and we call it concentric circles.
Yeah.
So why don't you explain to our listeners what are concentric circles?
Well, basically, concentric circles are you get a group of people. So if we have a dog class, we split them into two. I like it when these things are done informally in dog parks.
Mm-hmm.
And so you form two circles. Now, this is hard to get people to do.
Yeah.
And so the way I do it is, say I have 12 people in class. I say, right, form two groups. One group here, one group there.
All right.
And then I put out 6 little red traffic cones, little baby ones.
Okay.
Then I say, right, 2 people stand at each red cone.
Okay.
This can take sometimes 5 minutes the first time. Then I say, right, we're going to form 2 circles, an outer circle and inner circle. At each cone, decide who wants to be in the outer circle, who wants to be on the inner circle.
Okay.
Then we do that. Then I say, right, keep your dogs on the left at all times.
Mm-hmm.
Inner circle is going to walk counterclockwise.
Okay.
With their dog on the left, which is in an inner circle, if you like.
Right.
The outer circle is going to go clockwise.
Yeah.
And we're going to keep walking. We're not going to stop. So when you pass by, the 2 people will pass shoulder to shoulder, and their dogs will be on the outside of them.
All right.
So the dogs are separated by the 2 people.
Mm-hmm.
Now, in a puppy class or regular, just a training class, we can pass quite close because we're assuming that the dogs are not reactive, they're just crazy and excited, and we want to teach them the default greeting is no greeting.
Mm-hmm.
It's called a walk by. And when you do this exercise in puppy class, that dog is so much easier to walk. Why? Let's say we have 6 people in class, 12 people in class, and we split them into 2 groups, so we have 6 in each circle.
Mm-hmm.
And let's say we do 10 laps.
Okay.
Each dog will pass by the other dog in the other circle twice. Right?
Okay.
So we have 6 dogs that are each going to pass by 5 other dogs twice. That's 60. Is that correct?
They'll pass all 6, right? Because it's a separate circle.
Yeah.
Okay.
And so that's 60 pass-bys if you just do 10 revolutions.
Okay.
Okay? And 10 revolutions with just 12 people will take a minute and a half.
Right.
So if you did it, say, for 10 minutes, and I like to do it to start off every class, right? Concentric circles, and the cones are out there, and they know how to set up. I say forward.
Mm-hmm.
And then occasionally I say halt.
Yeah.
Forward, halt, forward, halt. And so we get in the sits in there, the sit-stay watches, but there's no greeting at all.
Mm-hmm.
And we're getting up to like 200, 300 pass-bys in less than 10 minutes.
Right.
And then we gradually make it a little more complicated.
Right. Before we make it complicated, it seems like a core part of this is just brute force in terms of repetitions. Hundreds and hundreds of repetitions. Okay. Yeah. And then also what we've been talking about with like the film familiarity, where like these dogs are walking by the same dogs over and over again.
You've got it.
So if it was exciting the first time, it's not exciting the 100th time.
It's unbelievably out of control the first 3 laps.
Right. Yeah.
I mean, with puppies or just adult dogs, because they keep walking by these dogs, but it doesn't stop. But by the 4th lap, the 5th lap, they're just walking by your side, and we keep going. And obviously we speed up, we slow down, we speed up, we slow down.
Yeah.
If you went down, say you were walking towards a dog park or away from a dog park, you get the same thing. A lot of dogs coming towards you.
Mm-hmm.
But everyone's different.
Right.
And your dog's going to react each time because the dog's unfamiliar. So the dogs get used to walking by, approaching people and dogs, because it's the troubleshooting effect. You are continually re-exposing your dog to the triggering stimulus. In this case, we have 5 triggering stimuli. The other dogs. It's a wonderful exercise and workshop. 80 people, that's 40 in each circle.
Big circles.
Well, you've got a big, 5,000 square foot room. It's absolutely a wonderful way to start off the workshop.
Yeah.
And with reactive dogs, we do that for a long time, with quite a gap between the owners, because the owners haven't yet got to control their dogs on leash. So if they're giving the dog more than 2 feet of leash, it's going to wrap around them to get to the and all this stuff. So I would say pass by within 5 feet of each other, the people. So the dogs now are passing by 7 to 8 people away.
7 to 8 feet away.
7 to 8 feet away, and they get closer to closer.
Yeah.
But when we do it as a preventative measure, we start very simply, 2 circles, and the outer circle goes clockwise, inner circle anti-clockwise, dogs on the left. So the people pass close and the dogs pass out here. And then we say, right, when I say stop, I want you to sit your dogs and then have them sit and look at you, very simple, the simplest of exercises. Then I say, right, if I say halt, the inner circle stops and sits their dogs.
Okay.
The outer circle keeps walking till they come alongside another owner with his sitting dog, and they sit their dog. The dogs are not allowed to move from the sit stay. The owners may talk to each other, but keep your eye on your dog. So it's kind of like this. We're passing by. You're actually that way. Yeah. We're looking away, and I say, hey, how you doing? My name's Ian. And you say, hey, I'm Jamie. And you can even shake hands. And we get the dog used to this.
But we're looking at our dog.
But we're watching. Yeah, I couldn't get your hand, so we do this.
Yeah, nice to meet you. I'm Jamie.
Good, fine. And number one.
Sit. Good.
Very good.
Boy.
You're good at role-playing this with virtual dog. Yeah, your dog's very well behaved.
Thank you. Good job, Rover.
Took my eyes off my dog. And so the owners talk and greet each other, but the dogs still are sitting. I think how useful this is now. What we're training in is the default setting.
Yeah, I feel like that one just like interaction is important to think about, because no one would ever. People don't naturally do that when they stop to talk with someone. It would be kind of like disrespectful and rude to like look at your dog while you're talking to someone.
Yeah,
but that's what you need to do. To teach your dog that even when I'm talking to someone else, I want you to maintain whatever position you're in.
It's like the dog that goes crazy at the front door because you're paying attention to the visitor.
Right.
But if you tell the visitor, right, I'm fed up with my dog molesting you, he's going to sit stay while you come in. So the door will be unlocked when I say enter, come in on your own.
Yeah.
Then you focus on your dog, just that one single change.
Yeah.
Or you have 2 people and you tag team the dog.
Right.
One person opens the door, the other trains the dog. So yeah, it's what I call troubleshooting. You see, the solution to so many problems is so theoretically simple. Just tell your dog to sit.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it won't do it in that scenario. If you repeatedly expose it to that scenario in a short time, it will. And then eventually it will do that in real life. So absolutely.
Yeah.
So then we up the ante again, that now when I say halt, the inner circle stops, the outer circle keeps walking. Oh, and if we have odd numbers, the odd person is in the outer circle, so they keep walking round. If they can't find a person to stand next to for the greeting, okay? If people screw up, which they often do, the person who hasn't got someone to stand next to, they keep walking outside of the outer circle.
Okay.
So there's no movement from the inner circle when I say sit. And this is really important because setting it up so it goes dog, person, person, dog makes it really easy. If these people move in the wrong place, put their dog on their right, or walk through, some people say, I don't know, oh, there's someone through there, and they walk straight through 2 circles, and the whole thing erupts.
Yeah.
So getting them to follow it, that's why for the first 10 minutes, I don't even let them stop.
Yeah.
Keep walking. I say, feel this, muscle memory. You're going in the right direction for the circles you're in.
Yeah.
Remember this, and speed up and slow down. So I do it by changing speed.
Yeah.
Obviously, eventually, now, once we've done, 1,000 walk-bys in a number of classes, I say, right, now, if you want to, your dogs can say hello. But when you do this, you must have them on a short leash so they don't tangle. You can't give them 6 feet of leash, so they wrap round the other person, hog tie them, then they fall on top of that,
Yeah.
And so have their leash, keep it loose though. And I like maybe have one dog sit, have the other one come up nose to nose, then sit your dog, and then so on.
Yeah.
But then so the dogs can greet each other, then we say heel, dogs move to your left-hand side, and off we go.
Mm-hmm.
We get even more difficult. The simple command, all right, halt, when everyone is standing in a circle, without a circle, pairs, we say, turn round 180 degrees. Yeah,
Okay.
that changes the whole game. So now the dogs are walking very close and the people. So concentric circles, it's the best exercise to just prevent leash pulling.
Yeah.
Because you're really focused on your dog. And every step you take, in 3 more steps, someone will be walking by, as opposed to when you're on a busy street. Yeah, same stuff is happening, but you never know when it's happening, and you don't know the other dogs.
Mm-hmm.
So this is good preparation for walking down a busy sidewalk with lots of dogs and lots of people.
Right.
Eventually, once we've mastered concentric circles, we do Brownian motion. And you can see this at the very end of the original Serious Puppy video. There's a little cameo of some Puppy 2 graduates from puppy class. And I say, right, all heel your dogs, any direction. So they're in this room, they're doing this. And I say, you can sit your dogs if you like, and then heel them. And it's wonderful exercise. And then it makes the street walking bit pretty simple.
Yeah. So, obviously, concentric circles works best with a group of dogs. Could you do this, or could you achieve some of the benefits of this exercise with, say, one other dog?
Oh, yeah.
How would that look? If you just had one other dog, you wanted to practice these, essentially, because the exercise is practicing repeated walk-bys, right? So how would you best, and what do you think the easiest way to set this up
I would do the same thing. With one other dog or 2 other dogs, I would put out some little bread, or say we got 3 trees. Mm-hmm. You just need 3 things to walk around, maybe 4. So you've got a lot of walking there.
Yeah.
But then it's tailor-made for, so let's explain how we put the classical conditioning element into it. Mm-hmm. That when you're walking, you're saying, oh, he's a good dog, there's a good dog, that's it, good, steady, good dog, what a good doggy, yeah. Bring that treat down, bring it up to your face, that food. Why? You're passing by another dog, and you want the dog to turn his head to look up at you. Mm-hmm. Another tip is when you pass the other dog, slow down. Okay? Mm-hmm. Because when you're heeling, every time you stop, you slow down a little. The dog senses that, and he knows, they're about to stop. And when they stop, they're going to ask me to sit. Mm-hmm. And if I sit and look at them, sometimes they praise and give a food treat. Mm-hmm. And so if you just slow down when heeling, your dog looks up at you. For people who are scared to do that, or haven't quite mastered it yet, then speed up. Mm-hmm. And people feel more comfortable with doing that, but it's more exciting for the other dog coming towards you and gee that dog up more. Mm-hmm. So it sounds counterintuitive, but if you slow down, you can get your dog to come round to you, and then the level of praise goes up, and as soon as you pass by, and it's instantaneous, then we drop down to, it's a good dog, he's a good boy, he's a good dog, he's a good dog. Mm-hmm. Oh, look, here comes another cookie dog. He's a good boy. Steady, now walk slowly, steady, good boy, good boy. Yeah. So it's tailor-made for classical conditioning. Yeah. And rather than ignoring your dog when the stimulus is absent, we're now going to give low-level praise when the stimulus is at a distance, because the dog's heeling by our side.
Yeah.
But that dog's present but at a distance. But when it's getting closer, 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 and close, we increase our praise. So there we now are successfully operantly conditioning and classically conditioning at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
And by that, for people who don't understand the terminology, the classical conditioning is I want to associate my praise and the food rewards with an approaching dog and the dog passing by.
Mm-hmm.
The operant conditioning is I want to teach my dog I want to praise him for being close by my side and praise him for looking at me.
Right.
So and this is a good exercise to get people to learn to modulate your praise.
Mm-hmm.
It's the biggest asset we have, and most people don't use it.
Mm-hmm.
I know a lot of people who only use food rewards in training.
Right.
Well, think about it. It's the same old piece of kibble.
Right. And also,
time.
With dog reactivity, food might attract another dog.
Yeah, I generally try not to use it.
Yeah.
And we'll go for other things as well, which we'll no doubt talk about later.
Concentric circles, by its nature, is kind of like you described, works on an open field, and you're saying with just one other dog, you might set up like a triangle or something to walk around. Could you do this on a sidewalk, like walking just back and forth?
And you do it with two bollards,
mm-hmm.
and it's kind of like, the end of a soccer game, the two teams line up.
Yeah.
And they walk by each other.
Yeah, say good game.
Once they've done that, they then turn around. So what you've got is it's like a belt.
Right.
So it's like this, and it can be a long way. And that's pretty high level. Concentric circles is actually a squished.
Right, it's a flattened circle. It's a line.
A line, an ellipse. Yeah, a concentric line.
Right, it's like you keep going around like that.
Yeah, so it's one circle, but it's you're continually walking by.
Right. That seems like that then brings in some of the, because for most of the people dealing with reactivity, it's happening on the street, on their on-leash walks.
Mm-hmm.
And so now you kind of like, if you move towards a sidewalk setting, now you're in the setting that usually provokes the kind of reactivity.
Yeah. What I would love to do, and maybe we have to start it right here in Berkeley, I'd like to see this informally set up in a dog park.
Yeah.
And all you need is 3 to 4 people to start, and they've seen it online somewhere. Oh, can we join in? Of course you can join in.
Yeah.
Because it's such a wasted opportunity. It is like, it cracks me up. You see someone putting on the leash like this and going to the dog park like they're a sled, then they let it off leash in the dog park and aren't a part of your dog's joy.
Yeah.
And then they put it on leash and do this. Why don't you teach it to walk on leash in the best possible place that's safe, it's fenced, and with all these distractions, dogs running like idiots, coming up to sniff your dog when he's walking.
Yeah.
But once the dogs learn, we're doing this exercise now, we have to walk, and we have to sniff very quickly as each rectum walks by.
Yeah. Because I think it would be challenging for people at home to set this activity up themselves, because they'd have to kind of explain to these new people, how it's going to be. But I think if we do it and we make some videos, and that way people can say, okay, let's try this thing. Watch this short video online where, Ian and Jamie run a concentric circles at the park. That would make it infinitely easier for people, and that would really help them. So I think we should do that. And I think we could pull it off. Seems very achievable.
Oh, I think so. Yeah.
All right. Is there anything else you want to tell people?
We explained to the municipal park system. No, we're not holding a class. We're giving free education to the people and the dogs.
No, it's a play date. Yeah, we're just having fun at the park.
Play date.
That's what parks are for.
Say, we haven't got dogs, so we get our dog fix down here.
All right. Well, I think that's it for today.
Yep.
Thank you very much, Dad.
Thank you, Jamie.
And thank you for listening. We'll see you next time.
Thanks for watching this video. If you'd like to learn more about dog training and behavior, make sure you visit DunbarAcademy.com to check out our selection of courses, many of which are completely free. If you'd rather watch more of our videos here on YouTube, just click the links to the right. And if you want to follow us on social media, everything you need is directly below. As always, please make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and don't forget to click the bell for notifications.